Starting live video, and
we're live!
Yes, we are.
From Keeler Gardens, coming to you again on Feature Friday with a unique view from the gazebo garden.
Ooh, I just got a notification. Let me check that out.
Ed's being notified that
a lot of Facebook. Oh, Keeler Gardens is
live. So
let me see what that looks
if you're
like.
watching this on a replay, or if you're joining us on YouTube, for example, or maybe on a blog post.
Wait, is it still going?
It says we're live.
It says that the live ended, but it's still live there. So maybe that's yesterday's notification.
Wow.
Okay.
Hey, Maggie. Thanks for joining us.
See, it is live.
So welcome. So thanks for having your notifications on, Maggie, for joining us. So Maggie, I don't know if you've ever seen this view. We are sitting.
There we go.
Okay, stop that.
Okay.
Ed's trying to be funny once again, and it's not. Wow. Okay. So we're coming to you today with our Feature Friday from the rear, the east side of Keeler Gardens. Hello, friends. We have this interesting view of Keeler Gardens because we never show this view off because it's in the back. It's not part of the generally public view that is the front sidewalk where we do most of our videos from. So we're showing you this view. If you were sitting in the gazebo garden with us having a cup of coffee or some afternoon tea, this is the view you would have.
Probably physically distancing, of course.
Yes, we'd put 6 feet between us because actually our gazebo is 8 feet wide, so there is room enough for that. So you can see behind us we have a topiary and we have a whole bunch of stuff in bloom, and all the way in the back you can see our house right there. The door. So that gives you sort of perspective. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, because not many people get to sit back here with us. Maybe, Maggie, you can join us sometime. That would be lovely. So
what are we talking about today?
We're here today with our Feature Friday talking to you about community connections.
You need to go back to the title.
No, I'm looking at all the comments. It's so interesting. It's like this nice conversation we're having. So we brought to you this week a whole bunch of valuable community aspects about connecting with nature. How we build all these wonderful connections, how we reduce crime, and we just improve communities as a whole. And today, for our Feature Friday, we're going to talk a little bit about a couple of those community connections. So one of our big ones that we really want to focus on is, for those of you who have joined us here on Facebook before, you may have seen the wonderful video that is our cover image, right? It's called the cover image?
Yeah, but it's a video. So
it's a cover video. And if you haven't, scroll all the way to the top after this video and watch it. It's a beautiful video.
Lights.
And the very end of it has a lovely slow motion bee coming out of it. It's just fantastic. So
after we get done, I have to check because I don't know that it's up right now.
Okay, we'll check.
I'll have to change that.
And we'll change it. We'll put it up for you.
Back.
But the reason we bring up this video is because that was a community connection. A wonderful couple had noticed our garden and was visiting, and they came by and we spent some time, and they brought their daughter. At the time, I think she was only about 2 years old. And we built this connections, and it turned out that Sasha is an illustrator and Matt is a cinematographer and a photographer, and they took it upon themselves to come and film the footage, what's called B-roll, I think, and hero shots and all that kind of stuff.
Wow, you're all technical.
I know, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And they edited it for us, and they put it to music, and this was all out of the kindness of their hearts.
To help us get the word out.
To help us get the word out, to help us create something extraordinary. Sasha's also offered to help us with our website because she does website design. And Matt and Sarah Sasha are both working with us on the grant that we applied for to create a documentary about what Keeler Gardens is doing. So once again, Maggie, thank you for that link.
Yeah.
We did apply. We applied at the beginning. We sent a letter of inquiry in describing what we would do for a documentary to document how Keeler Gardens has made a difference with respect to a connection with nature and the concept in general, specifically having to do with these questionable times.
Yes, B-roll. Very funny, Frank.
Hello, Frank. So we're talking about community connections from the perspective of what it can mean for a community. So for us, it meant this wonderful video. And that video makes a difference for people. It makes a difference for us. And this grant could make a difference for all of us, including Matt and his family, as he is building his own repertoire and his own portfolio. And he really is quite talented. And part of his talent comes from his passion. And the reason we bring that up is because this connection with nature is connected to that passion, getting involved, getting connected, doing things that matter. So with that said, we want to thank Matt and Sasha for their contribution and their willingness to share and support. They have since moved out of the neighborhood, but they are still more than willing to work with us on this grant. We have our guest star is coming up to sit on our laps again.
I hear her.
If you hear her in the background. So another connection we want to mention is, again, we want to promote this Chicago Excellence in Gardening Awards. Watch yesterday's video and Monday's video and learn more about the Chicago Excellence in Gardening Awards. What we wanted to tell you was that we did upload our video. So at some point you will be able to upload your own video, you'll be able to vote for us, vote for yourself, get people interested. But we wanted to make sure everyone knew, be very, very careful. It's a 256 meg maximum. So record in 720, if you know what that means, or regular
upload in 720.
We tried to do it in a very high quality and it was too big and they wouldn't accept it. So we just wanted
too big of a file.
We just wanted to make sure everybody knew that, so that we were promoting this accurately and making it easy for everyone. So with that said, we also want to remind everyone about our fundraiser at the top of the page. Michaela Cafaro has been kind enough to do a match, anything up to $500 that we generate. I think it was supposed to be till the end of the month, but we'll extend it because we want people to donate. We want to donate. We would love it if people would donate and ask your employer if they'll match. Okay, so again, these are all ways that we connect with our community and to make a difference for everyone, everywhere, really everywhere. Honestly, in all the underserved areas that we can help. We will be posting some imagery on some of the donations we made to a program with ACE. It's it's like an architecture and design and engineering program, and they do projects with youth. And so they're building a garden space, a green space. And we donated a bunch of plants, and once that's making its way, we'll post some images. Another community connection we have is we were donated to us some, I think they're called gator bags, but I'm not exactly sure if that's what they're called, but they're these sort of triangular shaped, really
trees.
Green bags around trees. And although there is some, they're not what's the word I'm looking for? Not everyone in the world thinks that they're greatest things like since sliced bread, but for new trees or for suffering trees that need water regularly, these things fill up with like 5 or 10 gallons of water depending on how big they are, and they slowly release that water and drip that water and allow the recovery of those trees, especially new trees. So if you need any of these, we've got like 6 or 8 of them. We're just going to put the word out and let people know that we've got these available.
Still have one.
We have one lantana left if anybody wants it, but we always have stuff to share.
Yeah.
We always have plans to share. Please think about the garden space that you want to create and let us help you. Just let us know what you need, okay? So we're building community, we're building connections, we're connecting with nature. So any way that we can continue to do that and continue to promote that. We're going to be focusing next week on the youth in our community. And I mean like the little youth, not that we don't value our teens.
How many sizes of youth are there?
Well, you know, there are youth that are like your height and my height, and they're still youth. But I'm talking about the little ones that like stand less than 3 feet tall, because we're going to be creating a fairy garden in a pot. We're going to put it out in the front, and we're going to talk about the different aspects of how small spaces and nature play and imagination makes a difference for youth. So with that said,
like and follow us here on Facebook.
Yes.
And also same on YouTube. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, make sure you like the video and subscribe, so that once we get up to 1,000 subscribers, we don't have to post on YouTube, because we can just go live on YouTube.
And we really appreciate everyone checking in with us for our update and getting the sneak peek of what the back of the space looks like. We do have the ability right now, if anybody did want to schedule a visit with us, we can do that. That is permitted now. We just need to make an appointment, where in the past we had been able to make things just wide open for everyone, and we just don't have the capacity to do that right now.
Send us an email.
So send us an email, Gina@KeelerGardens.org.
Or Ed@KeelerGardens.org.
And we would happily set up a time where you and your family could come visit in an appropriately socially distanced method.
Physically distancing.
physically distanced method.
Socializing is good.
Socializing is good.
Physical proximity
not so great. So physically distanced but socially connected.
There you go.
All right. So with that said, I think we're going to wish you all a nice weekend.
And hashtag stick around.
Hashtag stick around.
Yes. So as long as we're speaking of community partners.
Yes.
And what I'm completely distracted by here is another community partner that we have. So I'm going to turn the camera around here.
Get ready for the switch.
There's the switch. That's a bee chime. And up there.
So we're sitting right underneath the beehives. You get a very, very special, rare view. You don't often get to be this close to seeing those bees come and go.
Yeah.
So
I could lift the tripod up, but
you can try. It'll be a little choppy, but try.
Okay.
Ed's gonna try. He can see.
So tell them about this beehive and community partner, because we haven't mentioned.
This community partner is Sloanstead Honey. They are a phenomenal partner. They are beekeepers. We offer them the space and the flexibility of installing these wonderful beehives. I don't know if you can hear me anymore, so Ed's just gonna show off the bees, and I'm gonna stop talking.
No, tell them about Sloanstead. They can still hear.
Sloanstead, we'll put a link to them in our comments along with Matt Treager. And Sloanstead is also a local family. They are, their family has been making honey for a long time, but they do all urban beehives. I think they have 3 or 4 different locations.
Really, that many now?
At least 3, I believe, maybe 4. And you can go to their website and learn a little bit about it. And you can see in April when they came and installed, if you're interested in how the bees were installed. It was April.
It was April,
that
early?
3rd or 4th weekend of April. Yeah. So thanks for joining us.
We can keep on talking because we're still live, because I can't reach the camera yet.
And thanks for joining us. Have a nice weekend.
Right.